Do you guys get
For
it?
sure.
Like,
Oh yeah.
No.
Just like
oh,
if there's
really?
a stall open, I'm taking the stall. Sorry if that offends.
I'll piss with the best of them. I do follow the mandate of I don't
You a
if I don't
trough guy? I miss the troughs.
at Fenway.
Yeah.
Well, no, the old tired and tested rule, unless you cannot help it, you don't stand next to someone at a urinal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at that point, if you do have to stand next to someone, make sure you're not like straddled on both sides by someone. Then you just have to pick one unfortunate
That's terrible.
soul.
That's my worst nightmare. I'll wake up in a cold sweat.
But I mean, you're better off at holding a poop than a pee. Holding a pee, forget it. You have to do it. Like it is DEFCON 1. Gotta go when nature does.
UTI.
Yeah, you know, gotta drink some cranberry juice to help that bad boy out.
It's a natural diuretic.
That's right.
What are you on your period?
Right. So Let It Loose by Rolling Stones playing in the background. Let it loose, let it all come down. Got to make more Departed references.
Of all the conversations we've had, I feel like this is the most graphic.
That's right. Jake completely threw me off by bringing it up.
It's important for men to talk about this.
We're talking about men's health, all right?
Yeah.
You know, we talk about it, all right?
Men's Health, sponsor the pod.
Yeah.
What was that tweet that came up a couple weeks ago? It's like men on a podcast will jump through like 10,000 hoops to not outwardly say that they're depressed. It's like, fellas, you know, sometimes I'm not. I don't feel like myself sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know, sometimes I'll be watching the game and I don't really feel all that great. You know.
Fitz, can I just say, I know our viewers can't see you, but you have a real full like Boston dirtbag outfit on right now. It looks really
big
good.
Big time.
Yeah.
Zip up.
UMass basketball.
Like the green shirt with the zip up like windbreaker and a backwards hat.
Yeah,
you're nailing
like untrimmed beard, untkept beard right now.
Yeah, that's really good.
I look like I came straight out of Dot right there. I just went out of. I just stepped out of the Erie pub to rip a fucking cigarette. That's what I look like right now.
The bar's full. The bar's full. It's fucking hilarious.
Bar's full. It's fucking hilarious.
Can you guys poop in the morning?
Oh, for sure.
If I have to poop, I'll poop. Jake
can't poop in the morning. I've never had to poop in the morning.
Really?
Can't.
Are you a coffee guy? Because coffee will run right
Absolutely. Yeah, well, that's how I trigger the poop.
Mister, I have 50,000 grams of caffeine a day. You don't poop in the middle of the day if you have coffee?
That's what does
that's what.
Well,
you
no,
hold it throughout the day.
I'm able to hold it until I get home. Yeah.
That's crazy. If it's coffee, if it's coffee poop.
No.
Well, sometimes you know, sometimes there's an emergency, but I am usually strong.
I feel like if you have a lot of coffee, it's not going to be a sometimes there's an emergency deal. It's like once or twice a week there's an emergency.
The worst poop emergency I've ever had. I was in Rockefeller Center with Sophie 2 years ago.
Oh no!
And we were in the Nintendo.
That's definitely like a Peter Griffin like preface.
Yeah,
we were in
it's like that time when I had to poop at the tree lightning at Rockefeller Center.
Nintendo New York, in the little store in there.
No.
It's cute.
Yes, I've been there. Yes.
Yeah, it's cute. I was in there. I was looking at pins. You know, I collect little enamel pins, and it hit like
big pin guy.
That hit me. It was instantaneous. And I just was like, I have to go right now, and they straight up denied me, and they were like, no, go somewhere else. We don't.
You got to buy something here, or you got to be a Nintendo store.
No, it wasn't. They were just like, we don't have public bathrooms. So I went. There's like a mall, you know, underground, like a shitty mall under Rockefeller, and I went in there, and dude, I think I lost weight. Like I think I probably lost 3 pounds.
Like that South Park episode with Bono.
Yeah, the world's biggest turd. Yeah,
I was like Clay Buchholz on the mound in Atlanta.
The funniest picture of that episode, Liam, is when Bono's doing like the Jesus prayer next to the giant shit with the cowboy hat, yeah, doing the finger points and everything. Believe it or not, Sophie actually sent me a clip of Jake having to go poop at the Nintendo store as it happened. And we actually have audio of it here, folks. Believe it or not, I'll play it live on the show. Jake at the Nintendo store.
What is that? It's Chris Pratt.
Yeah, it's a me, Mario. Dude, that's gonna be cinema. I can't wait for that.
So that was poop talk.
Yeah, that was poop talk from Toe Still Hurts, aka Jake. Jake, how's the toe?
Still hurts.
Masataka Yoshida, #1 fan, is Liam. I am Fitz, aka Ramiro Mendoza. I tried getting into that intro a couple minutes ago, but Jake wanted to keep going with the stool talk. But do you have another point about poop, Jake?
No, this is about the toe. By this time next week, I think I'll at least be on the road to recovery. I do see the podiatrist on Monday.
Again?
So, no, I've not. That was urgent care. My first. I'm now going to the real foot. The foot people. It's time for them to step in and step up.
There you go. Yeah, calling in the specialist. Are they going to put you on antibiotics?
Dude, I hope they get in there. I don't know. Do whatever. I don't care at this point. Just make me
if
right,
you're like
if
you're like Kike Hernandez and they put you on antibiotics, you know what might happen.
And then you shit your pants.
And then
shit your pants.
Well, yeah.
All comes back to poop.
Yeah.
POL. The
Always
P stands
does.
for poop.
Poop it on Lansdowne. Trying to think of a pun there with the POL for Jake. It's not coming to me right now. But this is Pod on Lansdowne. Thanks for tuning in. If you're just joining us for the first time, we don't usually do this much poop talk. Not usually. I mean, but getting right into it with the stanky talk. 10 minutes of stanky talk. That's pretty impressive, fellas. Hats off to you guys for that one.
I'm interested
we're
to
glad
see.
you could join us.
I'll be interested to see the percentage of people who listened where they tuned out within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, 85% of the audience didn't make it. They didn't even make it to the Nintendo
Congratulations,
story.
if you're still here. Yeah.
And if you're still here, maybe you. What's the line in Shawshank Redemption? Maybe you're willing to go a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit farther.
Yeah, if you're willing to go a little bit farther, maybe you could give us a call at our voicemail line if you have any poop stories. 617-420-2431. Again, 617-420.
Stories. That'd be a great episode.
Right? Poop mailbag?
Yeah, Fenway poop stories. I'm sure they're out there.
Right?
That too.
It's all just my fucking buddy fucking puked everywhere in the toilet.
Yeah. No puke stories though. That's a rule. Hard rule.
Yeah, no thanks on that. No protein spills.
They're not funny. Quite frankly.
Poop is always funny though.
That's right.
It's true.
Yeah, no protein spills here. If you like the poop talk, you can rate us 5 stars on wherever you're listening to your podcasts as well. Good episode here coming up. We have another guest of the program here.
Whole hour of poop coming up.
Apologies to Emily Nyman that we talked about poop for 10, 12 minutes beforehand. But we do have Emily Nyman back on the show. She was on last year to talk Yankees. She's back to talk Yankees on this episode. Although it's not really about like the Yankees' outlook for their season. It's really just about one specific story about the Yankees fellas, and it's the fact that they don't pay for their in-flight Wi-Fi. I can't get enough of that story still to this day, and Emily and I spoke at length about that. You can hear that later on in the program. It's a good segment, even though the other two poop stinkers over here didn't join me for that one. It was just Emily and I.
Well, to be fair, it was scheduled. It was scheduled without our input.
Told us with like 3 hours ahead of time.
Yeah, it was like,
make
was
it
even that much?
Availability is the best ability, gentlemen. I'll have you know. All right?
Yeah. I saw Scream 6 that night. That was my plan.
How was that?
Pretty good, not so bad. Decent flick.
We should probably talk baseball now.
Yeah, and we have
as
a lot
Liam gets
to
up
say.
and leaves, walks away. He's just getting it. Yeah, he's laughing. You just want to get a tissue or something like that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm out here, guys.
There he is. World Baseball Classic is over. It's done.
Good stuff.
Finale. Fantastic tournament. Japan. Who picked Japan in the predictions? I think, was it you, Jake? Or was it Liam?
No, I think, I said Puerto Rico.
That would be your boy.
No, you said the DR.
I said Puerto Rico or DR. I said one of them.
You said DR.
Yeah, you.
Well, we all lost to Liam because Liam picked Japan. Samurai Japan beats US 3-2. Very good final game. Again, fantastic tournament from start to finish. Would be remiss if we didn't talk about it. I also don't know what else we can really add to the discourse that's not already been added. I mean, that was a 11 out of 10 tournament. It was, I mean, God, I feel like every other baseball columnist, commentator, content maker, you name it, by calling it electric. But side note, baseball people need to find a different word outside of electric. It's a good word, but there are other adjectives in
Fitz, I agree. Fitz, I have been on
prevalent.
this train. It's a tired word. I'm tired of it.
It's if everything is electric, not everything is electric. Or nothing is.
Yeah,
It's true.
Yes,
it loses its meaning.
What's the name of the villain in Incredibles?
Syndrome.
Who said that? Syndrome. If everyone's super, no one is.
Yeah,
If everything's electric, no. There you go. Right.
Good callback.
Right. Very very good movie. That was a movie I hadn't seen in a little bit. I saw it like a year or two ago. I forgot how goddamn good it is. Shout out
great.
to
It's incredible. And you know what else is incredible? Masataka Yoshida.
That's right. He's very
The Macho
incredible.
Man.
The Macho Man.
At the end of the day, it's a bit of a smaller sample size as to what he did in the World Baseball Classic. It's just a
The
handful
lights were
of
bright,
games.
though.
The lights were bright, and Buddy, he delivered. That game-tying 3-run home run in the semifinal against Cuba, or Mexico, excuse me.
Took a handsome walk in the bottom of the ninth.
Like a macho man
sure did.
truly should.
Yep.
I mean, he's living
And
out
I
the ability
tweeted
of
this.
Macho
I
Man.
tweeted this from the pod account that he scored the winning run. He did not. That was a mistake.
I noticed that the next day.
Pinch runner was put in. I didn't notice until an hour after the game that was not him sliding in. They didn't even say a pinch runner went in. They never made note of it on the broadcast.
And then he was.
like at the time.
And then he was there.
Yeah. But
I do
still,
think
he's great.
9 hits in the
If
tournament.
Ohtani doesn't pitch that ninth inning last night, Yoshi's the MVP of the entire tournament.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
Like
I think so.
I think he got kind of stiffed. I mean, I get it. Ohtani's doing
it's the
both.
moment.
I can't.
You
I
gotta
can't.
get,
Can't be too upset about it. I mean, everybody knows how good Yoshi is now. Everybody's raving about him. So
Yeah.
either way, we won.
Feels good to win one, doesn't it? The Red
Red Sox won the whole last tournament, man.
He has to come to the majors and
Yu-Chang,
still be
Kike.
good. But
Yeah,
it feels
he'll
good to just have a little bit of excitement. It's like, oh,
Exactly.
we have this guy. Yeah.
Right, Liam mentioned Yu-Chang, Verdugo, being productive during the tournament there,
Is
getting the go-ahead
making
run.
the Major League roster? Do we know that?
I don't think so, but he's still organizational depth.
Man.
I don't think he is.
He
either.
made the WBC team.
the all WBC team. Yeah.
the tournament team.
Him and Yoshi. They're representing.
Yeah. Oh man.
And you're right, Jake.
But no, I
Yoshi's
think
still. Or what were you gonna say, Liam?
No, I was going to say, like, after 2017, like, I feel like the 6-year window, like, I mean, I think we all kind of remembered how good the 2017 tournament was. But for the general public, like, I think it's huge that the tournament came back after such a long layoff and still delivered. And now, now it's coming back in 3 years, which is great. So
the notoriety of the WBC wasn't totally there in the by 2017 yet. I mean I think like
USA 2017
team,
kind of like woke people up because USA finally won it.
26 is going to be off the chain.
Amazing.
Everyone's
after
jazzed
that.
about
Do
it
we
now.
do we think they go back to 4 years after 2026? It's so screwy. They've played in
No.
06,
It's supposed
09.
to be 3, I think.
Really? Okay.
No, but it was 4 after 2009
because
it was
after
13 and
17, after 17
Yeah.
it was supposed to be 2020.
Really?
Oh, I thought it was 21.
No,
I thought it was 21.
that might
as well.
be wrong. I think I just made that up actually.
Either way,
You're all off on the facts
pandemic.
today, Jakey.
The
But then why
pandemic
would it be
canceled
26? Why would it be?
That's my
26?
To
question.
like get it back online from I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm glad the pandemic happened if it's every 4 years because it's even years. It's on even years now. Odd years is very ugly to do something like
Agreed.
2017, 2021, 20. Ugh, give me the Olympics has it right. Keep it on the evens.
That's right. I agree with that. World
Yeah.
Cup, same deal.
Yeah.
Euro soccer tournament, same deal. But you're right, Jake. Yoshi still has to, come and actually produce long term here in Boston over the course of 5 years is his deal? 5 years, 90?
5,
You
yes.
got?
Yeah,
Yes.
5,
So,
yeah.
I will say though, I mean, easy as it comes in terms of his stroke, nice smooth swing. This was really the first time we got to see legit game action from him live, again on a big stage, and there's only so many ways to say it. He delivered. really, really good approach at the plate. Loved watching that. Raw energy he brings to the field, which is electric. It's electric, fellas.
We gotta talk. I think Doink Patrol pointed it out on Twitter, but that little hop he does when he like fields a ball and throws it back in, adorable.
He's cute.
It's like a little
He's
tick.
cute.
Also,
Also,
a little tick he has.
he's a little teeny tiny guy, which I had no idea until the
He
tournament.
is. Did you guys see the video of him falling
He's a
over
muscle
the
hamster.
railing after the final out?
No,
did not.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. It's amazing. Everybody
Oh, I
like
gotta
hops
see
over with ease, and I'll send it to you guys. But he gets kind of
somebody give him like a prop
in between.
up.
Yeah, and he eats it on the warning track.
Give him a
while
5-star.
everybody else is-
I don't know how. I don't know how as a Red Sox fan you could come away not like over the moon about what we saw from him. Like it's super
amazing
exciting.
introduction.
It's legitimately extremely.
Did he not
exciting.
strike out the entire tournament?
He did. He struck out once last night, I think.
Cut him.
Ah.
Cut him. He's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Void the contract.
One strikeout in a huge baseball tournament where the team went undefeated, wire to wire
Fucking
champions.
see ya, pal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, send him back.
Matsutaka, see ya. Is more like it, folks.
Oh, brother.
That was all right.
What else? What else last night? Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about, and I tweeted this, but I think it's so funny that the lights are always too bright for you, Darvish. Just maybe the least clutch
Kyle
pitcher
Schwarber.
to ever like walk the earth. He fucks. I mean, a very great pit. One of the better pitchers of the last 10, 15 years. But like he fucks up in the worst times. Always.
He really does.
It's really, really crazy. Like a picture of that. I mean, it's basically like Kershaw for a while. Obviously, Kershaw's better, so people cared more.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's like
This one hurts me to say, but a position player where the lights are too bright, Mr. Marcus Lindbats. That double play last night.
That double play
that was
awful.
ugly.
After,
and he
after
never hits into
McNeil's
double
amazing
plays.
At bat.
He never hits
No,
into double
grounded
plays
him
either. He
straight
usually
to the
beats him
second
out.
baseman.
What was the
Yeah,
count on
but-
that, too?
That I can't remember.
That
The
wasn't
walk-in-
first
I don't
pitch,
think-
was it?
No, but he wasn't in a hitter's count either. But it was
Point
ugly.
it. Like that's such
yeah.
a tough look there. Double play. McNeil drawing a walk.
After that
9-hole hitter.
insane take. Oh,
Right.
amazing.
That was a ballsy,
And then-
ballsy take there. It was.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I love Mookie, but I did tweet out that it was a high masterclass after that double play.
Hey, Verdugo, he showed up the night before.
And he's the opposite. I'll tell you what, the lights are never.
He
too
always
bright.
shows up.
For Alex.
He loves the
He
lights.
loves the moment, Mr. Verdugo.
That's right. Jared Durant
does.
loved the moment
What
of
else?
just wearing the sombrero on the bench the entire tournament.
Listen,
He did like that.
He was like Team Mexico's mascot. It's like,
Yeah,
listen, I get like Duran wanted to be in the WBC, but as far as what was best for his career, definitely not smart going to the WBC for like dude, you could have maybe been the fourth outfielder, but now
Get
you
some
just
reps
were gone
in the
for-
team.
now it's
Yeah,
gonna be
like
top of
he,
that.
he sat on the bench. He didn't even get in. He pinch ran. Like I don't know. You don't even have a job when you come back to U.S. soil, my man.
I do love that he's in like every photo of them celebrating though with the hat on.
It's just
Yes.
pick him out easily.
He made his mark.
The exact opposite
I
of Where's
wanted-
Waldo, where it's like it's easy to point him out. What are you gonna say, Jake?
I wanted to I just remembered this, and I don't want to drop this when we get away from the WBC. But Stilo City on Twitter, great follow, big Pirates
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
fan. They tweeted that the next WBC we should get crazy and make the oh my god. Like what allows you to play for a nation? We should make it even easier to play for a nation.
Randy Arozarena basically just asked the president of Mexico.
The
Yeah,
president.
but I actually I think they kind of tweeted it. I think as a little bit of a joke, but I actually think it would be a good idea as far as like padding out some of those like European teams. Like,
Oh, for sure.
maybe your grandpa was British. Fucking get over there, go play for
Like-
Great Britain. And it's like It'll be more competitive. You know, why not? I don't care.
I'm
Not
just
that it's
trying to
funny,
think.
but like Great Britain's entire roster was just a result of colonization. This
Yeah,
is all
right?
guys from the Bermudas in the Bahamas.
Exactly.
Steel-O City tweeted, "Let's get Sean Murphy over on Team Ireland."
That's what I'm
not?
saying. We gotta
Let Ty France play for France. I think if you're named after a country, that's prerequisite. If the Red Sox have a guy named Tyler Danish should play for Denmark. That should be enough. I
Is he
think.
still on
makes
the
sense.
Red Sox?
I don't know, but he
No,
should
he's
be on
He's
Team
with
Denmark.
the Yankees now, right?
Oh my God, that's right. They lit him up. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
If the Red Sox have a guy in their minor league system named Johnny Switzerland, guess what team he should be suiting up for? You know, make it.
Do you think that there'll be
kinda
like
that idea?
Do you think like 3 years from now there'll be like any prominent guys that are like, nah, unless they're coming off an injury or something? I feel like everyone's gonna go.
Or if they're like, yeah, I guess injury
It was
or
their first
maybe
year with a new team.
potentially.
Nah, I don't think that's keeping guys home.
What? I guess Correa was the baby. It wasn't necessarily the new contract.
You know
Yeah,
what blows? I was
family
thinking about
issues.
this today. I don't know if they'll keep the same. I imagine because I think they have done it for most of them, but it just sucks that the two stadiums they do it at are Chase and Marlins Park. Those are like the
I
two
hate when the
least-
games are at Chase.
Well,
It's
they
two
did
of
in
the least
17. In 17, they did it in San Diego, the finals.
See, that's
Yeah,
great.
and then the semis and
Marlins
final
Park
were in
actually,
LA.
for all its weirdness, is pretty good for hosting that. Like it fills
it's
out.
'cause
It
the
looks good.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
Chase is a disgusting, gross abomination. There should never be anything prominent played in that that stadium. It's
Hey, well, once the
horrible.
A's move to Las Vegas, we can use that ballpark instead.
True,
Oh, yeah.
that's a good call, Liam.
Miami's cool because of the Latin culture down there. All those teams
Yeah.
playing there. I mean, those
and
were
it's all the Caribbean
fantastic. You know,
teams. Their fans can very easily get there.
fantastic scenes, right? I think one of the finals was at Dodger Stadium. I think 09 it was at Dodger Stadium. I think in 06
geez,
it was
I
at
don't remember
Angel
that.
Stadium.
I guess
so
I was
AA.
10.
You're like,
Why would I remember that?
13, it was in like San Fran, which
Ooh,
Yeah.
really?
weird.
That's like
yeah, but
the
it was
weather
like
could get
chilly.
a little dicey
Yeah.
up there. Yeah, in
Yeah,
March.
windy, right? This time of year.
Well, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I was thinking. I mean, you have to obviously, I wonder if like Arlington, they'll probably now that they have a dome, I bet they get one.
You want to talk about a lifeless nothing stadium like Chase, dude?
Oh,
Are you
Arlington, it's
kidding me?
the outside is admittedly horrible. That's a way better stadium than Chase fits.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
I
I
disagree.
agree.
I think it's better, but I don't think that's saying that much. It's
Well,
that's
it's
a
not.
nothing
It's not
stadium.
saying that much. I agree with that, but
I don't think it's
Houston,
way
think
they
better.
could get a game. Why doesn't Houston get a game? That's a great
Houston
part.
would make
Minute
sense.
Maid.
I would like Houston.
Yeah.
You
Crawford
could do
boxes.
Seattle. You could do Toronto.
Is it still
Well,
too
Toronto's not really convenient for anybody, but
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, if it's like
Except
the
Team
pool
Canada.
has Canada in it.
well,
that
I
would
think
be-
I think they like to try and stay southern so that all of South America and
They don't have to travel,
Latin
yeah.
America. And,
I get that.
Yeah, it's like not too.
And it's
bad.
just warmer for people to go to too if they're going to be taking
Yeah.
time off
Yeah.
to travel. You know, they should do it in Boston.
I was thinking
Do it in
3 years from
Fenway.
now, what Red Sox are we thinking are in the WBC? Meyer,
Cassis is
I
your
guess, is
first
Mexican.
baseman.
Meyer's Mexican. I
Yes,
learned.
that's true.
'Cause you-
So Meyer could be
Yeah,
the
so-
shortstop. Tristan Casas is already Captain America for what he did in the Olympics, Liam. So
yeah, Paul. Yeah, Goldie's probably done in 3 years, right?
Freddie
I don't
will
know.
still be really good though.
Oh no, he's Canadian. He plays
Freddie
for
plays for
Canada.
Canada.
Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot. Yeah, he
But
plays
he's
for
from
Canada
but he's from California, so maybe he's
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
so that's
mother's-
what
his
confused me.
mother's
He
gone.
did it. Yeah. His mother died, I think, when he was a teenager. I think that's why he plays
Yeah,
for
she
Team
was
Canada.
Canadian.
Totally forgot about that. That's right.
So Tristan, that's yours.
Pete Alonso, there could also be
Nah,
a
fuck
first.
him.
Nah.
Lefty righty
He's
platoon.
He also had a
fat.
horrible tournament.
Yeah, he was like 1 for 11 or something like that.
Did you guys see there was one tweet where it was like, "When I hate my country," and it was a screenshot of Alonso coming to the plate. He was 0 for 7 with 4 Ks.
Oh gosh. Rafi will still be on the DR team, I hope, unless the catastrophe happens 3 years from now. Yoshi, of course. Who else? we got?
Verdugo for Mexico.
Oh, of course. Well, we
Yeah.
don't know who'll be on the Sox in 3 years, but
Oh, I'm just saying like guys
true.
right now. Fine. You know what,
Yeah.
Jacob? We're gonna play that
Bayo,
game.
DR.
You know who's Bayo, for you know who's going to be playing in the World Baseball Classic while also with the Red Sox?
Shohei Ohtani?
Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, if we're going to play that game, buddy.
Yeah.
Yoshi
Fernando
started his
Tatis.
career
Did you guys
now.
see Buster Olney? Did you guys see Buster Olney today said his contract could get to $600 million?
Yeah, and that's still
Hey,
an underpay, I think.
That I
my
don't.
money.
That feels a bit high to me. I think.
Nope.
I think
No,
he's gonna land
I'm
at like
not- 10 years,
450.
600
I know,
I'd do
like
it in a heartbeat.
I know, like he's actually worth that, but I don't foresee that being a contract that gets given out.
I understand that. I'm just saying, people are like, oh, he's going to make $50 million. I'm like, he should make 65. I think I would give him 65. 10 years, 650. I'd give him that in a heartbeat because you're getting a top 10 bat, top 10 arm, all in one. Both of those, a top 10 bat and a top 10 arm individually, are both going to fetch, what, 35 a year each
Yeah.
to put it into one guy at 65?
I mean,
and you
that's all
save a
Uncle
roster
Steve,
spot?
right? How many teams are giving out that deal? He's a Met. Like he's a Met, right?
You're mispronouncing
We didn't
red
even talk about-
stocking.
Red Sox. I mean, I
We didn't
just
even talk
can't.
about
I
There's no
Diaz
can't.
chance.
yet.
There's no fucking chance he comes to the Red Sox. I'm sorry.
Diaz. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a
Ohtani,
shame.
we got
Are we
Yoshi
doing this?
and
Are
New
we gonna do the
Balance.
Diaz discourse again, dude? We just did it for a week.
No, you know who I want?
don't-
I want Murakami in 3 years.
Oh,
that kid.
he'd be a stud in the AL East with Yankee Stadium.
That's my guy.
Royal Park.
He has the fattest ass I've ever seen on a baseball player.
Well,
Wait.
I saw somebody
There-
say
you know
like,
how you know how big his butt
points
was?
it towards
People-
the camera.
Yes, several people were tweeting about it when he came up last. Like it was mesmerizing. Like it's. You guys remember Yabu
dummy
on the
thick.
Celtics?
Yeah, boo.
Yes, yes.
He had a
That
Yabu
picture of him
ass.
taking the three in the corner.
Yeah, that's a butt.
A badonkadonk, even. Again, back to the butt and poop talk.
Hey, we're the podcast for perverts. What do you expect?
It's called, it's who we are, exactly. It's called steering into the skid there.
Do you guys? Sometimes I think about, it's crazy that more Japanese players don't come over. Like the talent level is clearly there.
I mean, they're great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, what you like?
Comfort in your
I don't
home,
know,
like in that atmosphere,
It's like one
I
or
also
two
think,
a
like,
year.
The posting system for the longest time was really stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that might trip some
Murakami, I was
guys
looking
up.
at his Wikipedia, and I guess he has a contract that after the, I don't know if it was the 25 or the 26 season, but after the season, in the contract, it's like, and I will be allowed to sign with a Major League Baseball team. So.
Yeah, he wants to go Hollywood.
Yeah, what was
Yeah,
Otani's deal?
We'll get Yoshi
if Ohtani,
on the case.
Ohtani was like, if he had stayed in Japan one more year, he would have been like eligible to actually make a shit ton of money right off the bat. Do you guys remember that?
I
Because when he
don't
signed with
off the top
LA,
of my
it was
head.
like initially, I think the rule was like to be considered an international free agent.
It wasn't a
There
huge
was
amount of money.
some stipulation, like you had to play 5 or 6 years abroad, but he was considered
Oh,
an
I don't
amateur, which is
remember
why the deal was far less than he probably could have gotten if he had just stayed over there. I don't know, 12 more months. But
Yeah.
What if the Angels are good this year? That's something I was thinking about last night.
Sandoval looked really good for Mexico, I gotta say.
Yeah, he did.
Proceed with caution with Patrick Sandoval. I will say that there are
I
times
mean,
where he
he-
looks
I-
really good. He gets himself into a lot of trouble with the walks, though. When he is
He made
not doing
the
well,
All WBC team.
I'm just saying. I know
Fitz,
he did look. he
Fitz,
looked
I get
great
what
the
you're
other
saying,
day.
but also I
He
get what you're
works
saying,
his way
Fitz,
into
but
so many
also,
walks.
also, I mean, they're the Angels. You know, they'll take anything at this point.
Good point. Fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll
Yeah, I
take
mean,
me
I'm
up.
not. I'll certainly never bet on the Angels, but Sandoval did look good.
I think the
I don't know,
person
man.
who is
What if? I don't know.
I think the person who's most dreading the answer to what if the Angels are good is the general manager of the Angels. I think they're absolutely shaking in their boots like, shit, what if we are good? Fuck, what are we going to do? Because, I mean, everyone, look at that division. I mean, they're at the very best, third best team in that division on paper. They're not better than Seattle, and obviously they're not better than Houston. So I think the
But
working
that's what
presumption that
like.
everybody.
I think they could maybe be better than Seattle. I think if everything went right.
Everything
They
would
have the
to go
two
right.
best players in the league. Like, I know that they've had them for several years, but you would think at some point it clicks at least a little bit. They're not going to win 95 games.
A blind squirrel, etc.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
If
how
it
many
works-
years can you roll out Ohtani and Trout and suck ass?
That's my point.
for all of them?
My point is. Well, that's not exactly my point. My point is with this Trout and Ohtani thing. Obviously, you have the two best players in the league, arguably, or two of the best three, however you want to, split those hairs. Even with those guys on your team, what is the absolute ceiling of this team, of that Angels team?
Ceiling?
Divisional round exit.
86 wins.
86 wins,
no.
wild card. Maybe
That's
you win one of those 2 or 3
a,
series.
That's not a
divisional
ceiling.
round.
That's not what that word means.
No, that is their ceiling.
That's my ceiling.
A
That's the
ceiling
best
is
that they
like
could do.
a ceiling is like
The
every
best that
single
they
thing
could do.
goes right. Yeah.
Yes.
90.
Divisional round.
90. 90.
Divisional round exit.
All right, fine. I'll give you 92 wins max.
Yeah,
But they're not
that's-
getting
now
out of
we're
like the
talking.
divisional round. They're not
No,
better
they're
than
not.
you.
If
I mean,
Sandoval's
now that the
good,
wild
better
card
than
is a
the
series
Yankees.
too.
If Sandoval's good, they have
They're not better than Toronto.
a great one and a great two, or a good one, a great one and a good, whatever. They have two guys.
They have two guys.
They got who else? They got a bunch of guys. They got Gio.
Oh, they got
Urshela.
26 other guys.
They got Hunter Renfroe. They have a lineup this year, which is like more than you could say.
That's true. I forgot Renfroe was there. I mean, Taiwan. What's their rotation right now? Ohtani, Sandoval, Walker, and Syndergaard.
Hold on, I have their depth chart right here.
Getting,
Otani,
who's
Tyler
the kid there
Anderson.
who threw the no hitter there? Reed Detmers.
Yeah, Reed Detmers,
Yeah,
Jose
okay, so Detmers is
good.
Suarez. They got a young rotation, I'll tell you that. It's young.
Well, outside of Anderson. And
Yes,
obviously Ohtani.
everybody-
But
yeah. You got Stassi, baby, catching.
Logan O'Hoppy's going to take over that job.
Jared
anyways, at some point,
Walsh, Brandon Drury.
Walsh
their
is
second baseman.
Brandon
When did that
Brandon
happen?
Walsh was
They did sign
year of our
Drury,
Lord
didn't they?
2021 merchant,
They got
Walsh
Gio.
wasn't
They
good
got
last
they got
if I recall correctly.
Oh no, Fletcher's. I think they're second. He starts for them at second.
The meme man.
Rendon. Maybe
Yeah.
he's a baseball player
Maybe-
again. I don't know.
You got a
Man
lot
got
of
the
things that
bag.
have to break
Renfroe.
right, Mr. Wallinger.
Renfroe,
this
Trout,
This is a lot of what
Taylor.
ifs.
Yeah. All right. I take it back. Maybe. I don't know. Taylor Ward's not bad. I don't think there's like a real gross hole in that lineup. I guess which second base is a gross hole. But other than that,
I like
I think
D-Flex.
it's like a decent lineup.
I think so too, but it's not like this.
Who
team-
leads
it's
off?
Not, I think
Urshela
Fletch.
no. I would say probably
or Ward?
Ward.
Yeah, he had a 360 OBP last year. That's pretty
Ward,
good.
Trout, Ohtani.
That's pretty good. That's
1, 2,
pretty
3.
good.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and maybe Joe Adele finally becomes something too. Maybe.
Oh, God.
But
Do you guys think if the Angels do suck this year, do you think Trout asks out?
I
Like
don't
he
know.
watches them suck. He watches Ohtani get traded at the deadline.
Leave.
Well, that's my whole thing. Like,
I mean-
like at some,
I mean,
like,
I'd want out. He'll never
the
say
peak-
it.
The
but-
pinnacle of this team right now, even with Ohtani, is an ALDS exit. So like the GM of the Angels is fearing like, oh shit, if I ever wanted to get anything for Ohtani, the worst thing that could happen is us being fucking good. Obviously, he wants the team to be good. I'm saying that tongue in cheek wise. But if it doesn't work this year and Ohtani just does leave, I mean, it's now or never at that point for Trout. No, like because he's only getting older. He's had some.
It's
injury
not
build
now.
up.
It's not now or never though. It's never at that point. Like once Otani's gone, this was now or never.
That's in-
When you had two of the best players of all time together for 5
Well, I'm
years,
saying if it
and
doesn't
you
work,
did,
if he asks them to leave,
you did
right?
nothing. You didn't even sniff the playoffs with two of the greatest baseball players ever on your roster together. You maxed out at like 86 wins or something. That is insane.
It would be hilarious
I just
if they
think-
just go on to
I
win
feel
the
like
World
we've
Series
looked
this
this
year.
up.
If they,
They've
if
had,
they
like,
just
what?
fucking run the table this year, it would be absolutely hilarious. Now they just figured it out.
Trout's this is year what 4 of Trout's 12-year deal, I think.
Sounds right.
It's like I don't know, man. He's only getting older, and also he just
saying.
played in real baseball games for the first time in 12 years. So
How
that's
much
probably
money are
pretty
you going to have
exciting.
to eat on that contract to get rid of him? If you did get rid of him, you know.
Not that much, I don't think. Really,
Well, if you ate more of the money, you'd get better. You'd get it, closer to the actual value of Mike Trout in terms of quality of player coming back. It's a lot of money
Yeah.
that's coming onto.
you guys
someone's
ever
books.
think like how much baseball, the whole like, oh, baseball's dying, you ever think how much better the like national argument like the outlook would be if Trout and Ohtani were on like almost any other team in the league? It'd be like this thriving, be like, wow, the
Like,
brightest stars.
These are real superstars.
Yeah.
You got
The
that
monkey ball's
Snooki
going to
Doo
curl on
ones.
that though, Jake? What if like that changes and it's like
The Marlins
leading
or
off for the
something.
American League All Stars from the Kansas City Royals, center fielder Mike Trout. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's LA should work. The LA Angels, it should work. I know that they're little brother in that city, but it's still a major city.
I was
Should work.
saying to Sophie
The
last
moment they
night.
signed Rendon instead of Cole, I was out. It was over.
I was saying to Sophie last night, like, it would suck as a Red Sox fan, but what if the Yankees grabbed Trout? I'd be like, all right, something.
It would be very good for the sport.
I like genuinely feel bad for him. Like, like not even like obviously he's bathing in money every night, and I'm sure he's not like depressed about it or anything. But like, it's not that hard to build around 2 superstars. I could do it.
I
I mean, look at
that.
look at D.
I could.
He was like, yeah, I managed 60 games on my couch, and he made it to the WBC final.
And he's an idiot. He's a dumb person. USA came in second in that tournament in spite of Mark DeRosa.
I don't know, man. That pitching staff, I'm not sure many guys are making that work. I got to be honest with you.
That was a good bullpen.
That's ugly stuff.
The bullpen itself was fine. The starting rotation left a lot to be desired, but the guys who primarily work out of the bullpen in MLB, that's a good bullpen setup. Presley is good.
Oh, yeah, their bullpen was
Bednar
good.
is good. Devin Williams is good. Adam was not good last night. He was the man who could not cook.
He's also,
That picture is so
I
fucking
saw-
funny. The man who couldn't cook. What is that even from?
Did you see someone's tweet about Jason Adam? Where it was like, "Are we sure he's homophobic? He seems to really like balls."
That's pretty good.
Oh, was he one of the guys who
pretty
would
good.
wear like the
Yeah.
pride flag?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
God.
Exactly. So
When you look at the USA, they're not sending their best folks.
They're not.
I mean, the sad thing is, it's like guys like Scherzer and Verlander. I mean, that was kind of like your
They're
last
done.
chance,
Yeah, they
buddy.
won't be around. I
Like,
mean,
they'll never suit up.
maybe.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they're prepping for
I don't
one
know. They
more
might.
World Series run. You would think,
Can you retire and then participate in the WBC?
That's a great question. Well, I mean, Cespedes was there.
Like maybe
He's
they
effectively
retire after the
retired, right?
25 season, but they're like,
And that's like their
I'll
goodbye
just
tour.
go. Yeah, I'll go use my last few bullets for the country. You know.
I always wish Ortiz played in the 2017 tournament, just as like
Yeah.
one last ride. That would
on
be
his
cool.
stubs.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. It's only like 8 more games max. You can do
Yeah,
it.
I agree. I agree.
You
Yeah,
just
why
hit
not?
like 750 last season, Poppy. You can do it.
You got
Oh,
this.
sorry guys. I just want to just real quick. I'd like to wish a blessed Ramadan to all those celebrating.
Yes.
Oh,
Bless Ramadan.
very thoughtful of you.
Yeah, well,
That's right.
the Bruins just did it. I got a notification, so that reminded me.
There you go. Happy Ramadan.
It's also Lucy's birthday, in case anyone didn't see on Twitter. It's my sister's
Lucy
dog.
the dog.
So
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, happy
So.
birthday!
Happy birthday. How old is Lucy?
everybody shout out. Happy Ramadan. Happy birthday, Lucy.
My dog is
We
also
got
named
any
Lucy.
other? Oh, it's a good dog name.
It's not her. It's not her birthday though.
Oh, well. We got any other special occasions today that we can speak on?
Nothing that I have.
We are.
Sophie,
Well, I guess we're a week away
are
from
there
opening
any
day
special things
Eve.
going on today that you want to give a shout out to?
The correct reading for Ramadan is Ramadan Mubarak.
Okay, but is there anything going on? Yeah.
This is great content. This is riveting.
All right. Yeah. No, she started to get into like mass politics. I was like, nah.
Oh God.
Well, here's the special thing that we could kick it to.
Matt Damon
Emily
and
Nyman.
Casey Affleck are filming on my
No!
street tomorrow.
No,
Oh,
what are they
that's
filming,
exciting.
Jake?
Oh, I've just doxed us, but they're filming The Instigators. It's an Apple TV film that comes out next year.
Okay.
It's a very long street.
It really is.
Well,
the one
see,
time
now
I
you're
was walking
doxing
up
us.
it.
Yeah,
Jake, I will
Liam?
say, like the one night I walked up it on Halloween, I was like, man, am I ever gonna get there? It's
Yeah. Well, would you
hiking.
come from the end
It's
of
a
it?
hike. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay. Hey, Fitz, can you edit this? Sophie's freaking out that I've doxed myself.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
already going to edit it because I have to throw it to the...
Okay, I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
saw him
I'm
make
sorry.
his note.
Fitz, I'm sorry.
It's
am
not okay.
sorry.
You're fired. You're fired. Tell Sophie
just
I'll
add
edit
in
it, it's
Steven
fine.
Tyler.
Actually, anytime we mention poop right off the bat, I should Steven Tyler it. Fucking make note of this. Making mad notes now. Throw in some Steven
I
Tyler.
can't hear. I can't hear.
Leap out.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can
I
hear
can,
you.
I can hear you, Jake.
No, it's off. Hold on.
I can-
I'm leaving and coming back.
Okay. Well, I got to do the Emily thing anyway, so.
Yeah, he's making notes. This will all be edited out.
Yeah, the last 2 minutes or so is going to be out of the episode entirely. Well, a special occasion that we do have here is Emily Nyman.
Oh,
Jake's out. Now Jake's back in. There we go. Okay, he's good. But yeah, Emily Nyman joined us onto the program. We're going to throw that to Emily and I. Our conversation about Wi-Fi starts right now.
Okay.
46:40. Emily convo starts.
How long was the Emily interview?
Like a half hour.
Oh, okay.
oh, nice.
Do another.
Yeah, 25
Do
minutes,
another
half hour or
10
so.
or another 10, 15 or so.
I feel like a week away from opening day. I feel like we just break down like our opening day lineup.
We could do that. I had
Are we gonna
awards picks
record?
Ideal.
Are we gonna have an
there,
episode
too.
before? Well, we'll have one more episode before
Yeah, we
opening
will.
day.
We will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we will.
that's
So
opening day extravaganza.
I had awards picks: Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, and MVP. If we wanted to.
Ooh,
choose.
nice.
For today?
Yes. If you're not ready for it, we
Jesus.
can kick it to next week.
No, I could do it.
Okay. Then give me a second. All right. Again, thank you to Emily. God, the Yankees are a pathetic organization, aren't they? They can't even pay for their own in-flight Wi-Fi. It's sad.
Very Oakland
I've
days
told
of
this
them.
story, but the most mystifying Yankees thing I've ever seen in my life was when I went to the opening series last year. They did like a play a game on the jumbotron kind of thing, and the reward was a $5 Dunkin' gift card. 5.
Jeez. What happened to
Breaking the
Shane?
bank.
5.
Right?
Times are tough.
That's
This
like
used to
that's
be a
like one
proud
large-
organization.
That's one large coffee. What is that?
Not even. Not if you get like
Yeah,
a shot
not
of
in New
espresso
York,
in
probably.
there. That's another $1.
yeah. I'm walking
Can't
here,
even get a, Can't even get a muffin. Can't even get a donut.
Only
with
in
it.
New York. Only in New York.
Yeah, that's where I get my my primetime New York City bagels. I get my Dunkin' Donuts. The water. It's the water in New York that makes the bagels better.
Did you guys see that
what they
tweet
tell
that
me.
was the person was walking on the street and they were like, they walked by a window and Seinfeld was on and they were like, only New York. everybody
No, I didn't see that.
everybody was
That's
like, yeah,
great.
you only see people watching the most popular sitcom of all time. New York City, baby.
Was someone sneeze back there?
Yeah, I'll
Did
let
someone
us-
see one of yours?
Yeah, Gesundheit.
Oh, gotcha.
Well,
Liam's mic picks up all the background stuff. Train, sneezes, you name it.
Yeah, Lennis asked me earlier. She's like, "Are they gonna be able to hear me?"
Gunshots.
I was like, probably.
Ambulance.
It hears everything.
Yeah,
Neighbors next door.
the whole
What are you gonna
shebang.
do?
Who's the comedian? Was it Will Sasso that had the video like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm in New York and I'm going to a
Yes.
local spot." He
One of
goes
the
to
one of the
CVS.
funnier men of
Do you
all
guys have
time
gum?
that just never had a career.
Hey, you guys have Gatorade?
You guys have coffee?
Yeah, he goes into Starbucks. Hey, how
Yeah.
you doing? I'll have a coffee.
Only in New York.
That's New York coffee. Before we call it a day, not a ton of Red Sox talk today. We'll bill this one as like the World Baseball Classic extravaganza wrap up. You know, because there's really not much.
Reflection.
There's not real fucking Red Sox talk to. I'm sick of spring training.
Nobody. Yeah, nah, I'm done. Nobody cares. Nobody cared about spring. It's funny that there was like spring training
Wrap it
games
up.
going on
Wrap
during
up spring
the
training.
WBC yesterday.
Did you guys see the like the photos the Padres posted where like the teams huddled around somebody's phone or tablet in the
No,
dugout?
Middle
that's
of a
fine.
game.
Well, that's what I'm
They're all
saying. Like guys
watching.
had to.
Yeah, it's like
It's like the 5th inning of some shit game in Arizona yesterday. And
I think
it's like,
Cespedes family.
this-
I think it was Cespedes family barbecue tweeted like, I can't help but like I can't stop thinking about the fact that there's a Rockies Cubs game in the middle of the 5th inning right now, right before the top
true.
of the 9th.
It's true.
At that point, do you think those guys there are just like, you know what, fuck this game, just put it on the big screen, like put it on the Jumbotron Center, let's all sit around.
yeah.
Everybody grabs some
I've always
popcorn,
wished
you
that
know?
baseball would do that more often with stuff.
Well, like
Like
watch
like do
parties.
a little picture in picture like of like Bruins or Celtics playoff games, you know, in May and June.
Very
that be
distracting
fun?
for the hitter.
Oh yeah, I guess that's
Hitter's up there like, oh, is that Marchand? Boom, right in the noggin.
Did you guys see the size of the Phillies' new jumbotron? It's insane.
It's really big.
the Phillies got a new
It's
one too.
They got a new one. It's
I saw
massive.
City Field's new one.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
City
know
Field
they got
one's
one.
massive too. And they tweeted out
They
video
just
like, "Oh, we're
insane.
testing out the new jumbotron here at City Field," and it was a video of whoever was controlling it. They pulled up Mario Kart
This-
64.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That's
So
pretty cool.
that actually
this
brings
makes
up
me
to my
sound
point. Or
this makes me sound stupid, but I can't grasp how big these things are. Like when I
They're
look,
really
I'm
big.
like that. Like I don't have. There's no sense of scale to me.
yeah, you can't put it
Like,
in
oh, that's
perspective.
Yeah, there's like, oh, that's a big screen, but I don't know. I don't know. Fenway's
big
had a big
screen?
one for a long time, so I guess that's why I'm like, they were early on that giant ass
I
screen.
mean, even
so
even when you
don't-
walk up Lansdowne and like look at the back of it, it's massive.
it's big. Yeah.
I mean, but those ones are bigger.
Yeah.
Like that one at City has to be bigger, right? Just has
Oh
to.
yeah. I actually love Fenway's like triple thing. I think it's really unique and cool. Like the two like horizontal ones that are next
Oh yeah, I wish more
Oh,
to
yeah.
the
places
main
had
center
those.
field one. Yeah,
Like
I think
Oriole
it's like
Park.
a fun.
Oriole Park has one screen in center field. Like they don't have any other
Yeah.
like they have LED like strippings for like ads and whatnot along between like the club level and lower bowl. But outside of that, like there's no second smaller jumbotron. So really hampers the in-game entertainment options, if you ask me.
You don't
Sure.
want too many screens. Like you don't want it to be
No,
like, too over.
Yeah, but at least like a smaller second one, you know?
Yeah, because if you're at an angle
information's
where you can't
nice.
see center, if you can't see
in this day
the
and age.
information, from
Information.
center
Fenway's
field.
got the at bat, everything about the at bats on the left one. You got everything about the batter on the middle one, and then you got the
Yeah.
lineup on the right one.
They'll tell you what the walk-up song is sometimes too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Yeah.
great. I mean, they really they let
They'll
you
tell you
Score
how to
that
score a
play,
play.
E5.
score that play.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Ah, man. We're gonna do awards picks, but maybe we could just we could maybe you know what we could do? We could do a whole season preview episode next week.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Because you know
Get
why?
you, get you
You know
hyped
why?
for opening
You know why?
day.
You know why? Because we
Why
got
is
the
that?
last season right around the corner. It's almost here. folks.
162, baby. Maybe we even have a giveaway coming on Tuesday. Who knows?
Do we
Tune
have a
in.
giveaway coming up on Tuesday?
I was
Yeah,
thinking,
I'm
as
working
you
on
fellas
one.
know,
I'm working on one.
I love my Bruins. As you fellas know, I love my Bruins.
This is a Red
He
Sox
loves his
thinking.
Bruins, folks.
Yeah, he loves
The
his
Sox
bees.
have-
Loves his bees.
Loves his
The
ice
Sox
bears.
have my full attention for 2 weeks. Then they will be sharing my attention once the playoffs start.
Pot on Causeway. Here we come. Round 2.
And There better be something good in those first 2 weeks. That's all I'll say.
They start out like with only 2 wins. It's Polygon.
I need a little something. I need a little something.
Chris Sale goes down in his first start.
No, he wouldn't go down. Yeah, but it wouldn't be from pitching. It would be some random injury, like coming down the stairs.
The
dugout
green line
stairs or
ran him
something.
over.
With the reduced speeds in place too.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Austin Powers. With the
Yeah.
what the fuck is that called? A roller.
I know exactly
Big-
what you're talking about.
You know, takes the green line 30
Big
minutes to hit
construction
you.
manufacturing.
Pushing
Yeah.
up and down kind of deal. Yeah. Is that all we got?
That's all I
Fitz,
got.
are you excited for the Bruins? Are you gonna get really into Sticky Puck?
Listen, I am such a bandwagon NHL guy.
That's okay, because
So-
it fits. It's the last dance.
It is the last dance.
It really is. It's like
My knowledge of the
era.
NHL extensively stalled at like NHL 14, so I'm going to be asking myself, like, where the hell is Dennis Seidenberg in all this? Like, where's that Rich Peverly guy? Huh? They should put him out
Love
on the
Pev.
ice for the third line.
That's my guy.
You know,
He died
Just name-
and then came back to life.
he did. Yeah, he was the guy
Peverly.
who had the heart attack on the bench, right?
Yep. He literally
He
died.
has to
He's
get
dead.
back onto the ice, Jake. He has
He
to get
did.
back on
That's
the ice.
true.
That's how
That's
tough hockey
terrifying.
guys are. LeBron got
true.
carried off the court after he got a cramp, and then the hockey guys got back out.
You just sounded like Connor O'Malley.
When are you gonna run, my man, Howard?
Howard!
He resigned, Howard.
I saw. Yeah, he didn't want to keep fighting the unions, I
Well,
guess.
he's
He
gonna
gave
run for
up.
president, clearly, like Connor said.
Yeah.
Man.
Any exciting news? That can be how personal news? I don't know.
No. I'm gonna get the show
yeah,
tonight. I'm gonna
nothing.
pre-order the show, like a sicko.
When does it
Ooh,
release?
smart. I do need to do that.
So it releases next week technically, but early access starts Friday. Now I'm going to be over at my in-laws' place on Friday, so I'm not going to be able to play. But this weekend, sicko mode is being activated.
It's terrific.
Yeah, a lot of good legends this year, Jake. A lot of good ones. Don't
Yeah.
get
They
it for
really
the
are.
Switch,
Mark
though. It looks
McGuire,
awful for
Sammy
the Switch.
Sosa.
Yep, Jeter, David Wright,
Whoa.
all the Negro League players. Well, not all the
I love
Negro
the show
League
on my
players.
Switch. To be
It
quite
looks
honest.
awful on the Switch.
That's the game I play
Looks
most.
Horrendous.
It's fine. I have a Chad meme I'll send you about.
Do you guys want to play me
like
in
30
the
frames
Switch?
per second.
I have it on PS5. I got the nice, frame rate and whatnot. I'll give you the hands if you just play on the on the Switch. That's fine with me.
love it on the Switch.
Yeah. I learned this the other day. Breath of the Wild is the biggest game Nintendo has made, and Tears of the Kingdom is going to be a little bit bigger, but it will now become their next biggest game. Tears of the Kingdom is only supposed to be like 18 gigs or something like that. Meaning like Breath of the Wild is only like 15 or 16. That's the biggest Nintendo's done. Meanwhile, the show for PlayStation is probably going to be like, what, 50 gigs?
Call
Yeah,
of Duty's like
it's
95.
stupid.
Don't even get me started on
Call-
Call. And half the
Call
time
of
it doesn't
Duty,
even
you
work,
gotta-
Jake.
Yeah.
Fucking Activision. What a bullshit company. Yeah, your
They're
entire...
they're caught up in bureaucracy right now.
Yeah, they're
True.
that Activision Blizzard.
Merger. Yeah.
Not great. Yeah, whole lot of other can of worms with that fucking company. But yeah, no, the show it's gonna be really good this year. So I'm excited.
It's Jazz, right? On the cover?
Jazz on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeter for the special
Jizz,
edition.
Jizz Chasm.
That's
Isn't
that's
that
what they call him.
thing? Yeah.
I am excited for the WBC content. That's kind of
Yes,
what put me
that's
over the
gonna be
edge
sick.
this year. I was like,
That's
all right,
gonna
I'll
be sick.
get it.
Let's
What's the
predict
plan?
right now. Cover of the show 24.
Julio Rodriguez.
That's a good call. Yeah.
Rutschman,
Ooh, okay.
Badly.
America's catcher.
Has Mookie been on the cover?
No.
He has not. There's some
say
weird
Mookie.
names that have been on the cover of the show. Like Puig was on it one year. Now it's Jazz.
People forget Puig was a national
Baez.
star for
Electric,
like 6
some would
months.
say.
Puig presented at the ESPYs. Do you remember that?
Did he?
Like, yeah, he was like a really big deal.
I remember when he first came up in 13, people were like, should he make the All-Star game? Like, yeah, he's fucking super exciting.
I miss
And
him. I love him.
I don't.
He's over in Korea, right?
He's a piece of shit.
Or at least he
isn't
was
Didn't-
last we heard.
didn't he
Yeah,
get
he's
into-
not a good guy.
No, he
Right.
used to be a piece of shit.
People can change.
No,
You
is
think
he a
that this
piece of
is
shit?
slicked back? This is
I didn't know
pushed
that.
back.
I take it back if he's a piece of shit. Sorry.
Yeah, he's a Rachel Luba client, isn't he?
Oh,
Did I say that
brother.
right?
Oh, no.
Speaking of
you didn't know
Rachel
that?
Luba clients.
Speaking of pieces of shit.
Forbes 30 under 30, Rachel Luba to you,
What-
Mr. Fantasy.
Why I
That's
chose,
so funny.
why
That's
I
so
chose
funny she
Japan.
paid for that. That's
Yeah,
so
she did.
cool.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a whole
man.
nother can of worms.
Well, Trevor Bauer chose to play in Japan as well. I don't know if you
He
heard
did.
that.
Yeah.
He chose it.
Did either of you guys watch the video? I was like morbidly
No,
curious.
I'm not
No.
giving that fucking.
No,
I'm not giving that guy
I
the
could-
time
well,
of fucking
because
day. Are you
I
kidding me?
really did want to know like what he said, like if he framed it as like, well, 30 teams passed me over, so, or I'm curious. I don't know. I
Explore my
wanted-
options.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a smaller deal in Japan as opposed to a bigger deal in Major League Baseball, just because I
I
love
thought it
baseball
was
culture
funny
so
when-
much.
I thought it was funny when he signed with the Dodgers and him and Luba were like, they were saying how they've changed the art of the
Yeah, they've
sports
changed. They
contract.
turned it
And,
upside
and
down.
nobody has done that. The only people that have done that are Scherzer and Verlander, who are a combined 80 years old. They're doing that. That's it, though. Like everybody else is still. They're longer now. The contracts they keep getting longer. It's gone the other
12
way.
years, 11 years. Yeah.
Yeah. God, fuck that guy. You know, I have actually I hated him before, like it came out that he was an awful person. I just hated him because he was like weird and annoying. I didn't have a real. I just like him and his drones and shit. I was like,
Oh,
grow
yeah.
up. When he cut his
I just
hand
kinda thought
open
he
in the
was
middle of
just
the
a weird,
playoffs
quirky guy.
because he was fiddling
Like,
with his
and he like had to
drones.
come out, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't stop bleeding.
Blood gushing out of his hand.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him.
Fuck him. Who needs him? All right, I think that's all we got though. Right?
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
So,
Any open? Should we do like an opening day mailbag? Pick a
Yeah, I
couple.
mean, yeah, call in, whatever.
No?
yeah, call in if
whenever,
you want.
whenever you
DM
want.
us
We're
at Pod
here.
on Lansdowne on Twitter. Again, the number for our
That's what the
voicemail
You know where
line.
to find us.
Well,
Sorry.
let me read the
We're
voicemail
talking over
line.
Fitz.
Let him read the fucking voicemail. Lead.
Right? I was like, I can't give the fucking voicemail line if you do the beep, 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 beep. 617-420-2431. That's 617-420-2431. Voicemail line.
You should
Call
say
in.
You should say 420 instead.
Yeah.
Probably better branding.
Yeah. And also,
is a
why'd you say
children's podcast,
zero
sorry.
like that? That was weird. Zero.
That's how you say it in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Play for Puerto Rico. Zero.
No, it's
Puerto
Puerto Rico. You don't say Rico.
that's
You trail off before you can end the word Rico.
Then I love how he goes, we're also
Puerto
praying for Puerto Rico. There will be an
He can get
emergency
arrested.
episode. If he gets arrested, there
Oh,
will
if
be
he
an
does?
emergency episode. Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
going to.
Okay.
He's not going
No,
to.
I don't think
so.
so. either.
The AI
So-
photos are very funny though.
Yeah, that one of him running. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of.
I like the one with everyone has him by each of the limbs and he's being carried out that way. So, again, thank you to Emily Nyman for joining us this week. Always a pleasure to have her on. So, for her, for Jake, for Liam, I'm Fitz. You've been you. Thank you very much for tuning in to this poop-filled episode of Pod on Lansdowne. We will talk to you next week, which is our last episode ever. No, it's our last episode before the start of a whole new freaking season, baby. So go Red Sox and obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
Jake, that's your line. Jake, the obey your mother thing at the end was
Jake,
your
he
He took,
idea.
Liam-
Liam took my line. I let him have it.
Well, no,
No,
I just
everyone
said it.
does
That's
it.
how we all say it.
Oh, obey
Yeah,
your
we all
mother.
say it.
Okay. So there it is.
Obey your mother.